Polo.
Welcome to CTV Sports and the fifth game of the World Polo League 2024 Palm Beach Open, where we have the Maltese Falcons going up against Pilot Polo.
And today we're coming from Pilot Polo Club. There you see it, a lovely picture there from our drone. As you can see, slightly overcast and still pretty high, 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
What a beautiful area there. Actually, you can see the whole Santa Rita Polo Farm in the back there, but
Yeah.
a nice shot of the whole area there. Beautiful entry. As remember, we'll have all of our cameras set up. We got center cam, end zone cams, and our drone. While the teams are getting ready here, Yan, you want to go through the two teams?
To the lineup, yes, please. I'd like to. Thank you very much. So we've got the Maltese Falcons in the red shirts with the white numbers and Pilot in the white shirts with the red numbers. But let's start with the Maltese Falcons, led by the number one, the two-goal at Mia Cambiasso at number one. Then we have Paquito de Narvaez, who's, he's impressed no end since the start of this tournament, coming in at number 2 of 5 goals. Poroto Cambiasso, the 10-goaler at number 3, and Alejandro Navijo Estrada at number 4. He's 7 goals. That team, 24 goals in handicap, so they will get 2 goals. As Pilot today is going to be led by the number 1, Camp Campbell. He's coming in at 2 goals. At number 2, Lucas James, the first of our 2 7-goalers. Then Santos Merlos, the second 7-goaler. And at back, we have Facundo Pierres, the 10-goaler. That puts that team up to 26. So 26 versus 24. Hence the 2 goals given to the Maltese Falcons.
Yeah, beautiful day for polo here, afternoon schedule. So thank you for tuning in to CTV Sports. We will be using the challenge system today. Remember, each team will receive 1 challenge per half. You need to use it or lose it. They can challenge any call that the umpires make, and they can challenge ball placement. And it was interesting, yeah. We saw a lot. We had our stats on that for our Founders Cup. And congratulations to Park Place. Winning that, but we had where a lot of teams were just challenging ball placements. And remember, all the triggers are in place. I'll go through the triggers as the game goes on. Looks like we got everybody lined up, ready to go, and we got our first ball in play.
So let's see how the Falcons will fare in this game. Remember, both of these teams coming into this is their second match of the tournament, both with a 1-0. The Falcons, they took on Kaya Polo, beating them 11 goals to 9, and Pilot beat the Casablanca team 14 goals to 11. And you can see the very first shot on goal there. Very, very close for the Maltese Falcons.
Yeah, they picked the ball up quickly. Both of these teams, they have a very strong offensive attack. And you'll see that as this game goes on. As you said, Pilot scoring 14 goals, Yan, and that's very, very good. And Maltese Falcons 11 in their first game, so they were in for a very open style running game. First attack though by Maltese Falcons, good D here by Mia, and she's going to have a long day today. She's got some strong players at the number 3 and 4 position.
Indeed, and knocking a steal here by Brother Poroto. Well. And has he hit the target?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and you got to give the assist to Mia, because we talked about it right away. Look at this play by Mia. That's great D. And what I love even better is she makes the hook on Facundo, but then she moves the ball like a 2 yards to the right and gives separation from Santos, which gives Poroto the opportunity to meet there and not make it 1 meeting 2. Stellar play there by the Cambiasos.
So Poroto picking up the first goal for the Falcons. And let's see how Pilot will react here. Back to the halfway line, ball's thrown into play. And that is just a repeat of that. So the first whistle of that throw-in.
Well, they come out of the bowling there, and it looked like Lucas James was on the play. You can see he was trying to follow him through there and held his mallet up. Great sportsmanship there. And you can see right there how the umpire actually showing the player the different balls. People always say, why they show them a different ball? Well, the ball does compress as they hit them. They're perfectly round when they start out, and then they compress, and they get harder, actually.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, some players like to hit a new ball, and, well, not a lot of players. Actually, the one player I do know that takes all of his penalty shots with a new ball, at least the 2s and 3s, is Chris Campson. But Chris will tell you he thinks because it's perfectly round, you have more of a chance of it being a straighter shot. But it doesn't seem like a used ball, the players have much problem hitting it straight.
No.
But definitely is harder. And most of the time when they get really beat up, they exchange them out. They can be recycled. So we're going to have the penalty for 6-yard shot. It's going to be Santos Merlos.
Definitely high. It looks pretty straight to me there, Dale. Nicely done.
No, pretty shot. About 60. I love that. You know who shoots it like that, don't you? Who shoots one just up 64 yards, 65 yards, playing in the World Polo League?
Yeah, you got me thinking.
He's related to him.
Tincho?
Tincho.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure they
true.
probably
You're right.
they sit and bailed out. And I've talked a lot to Tincho about his penalty shooting. He definitely has a different swing and style that he uses. He doesn't try to hit it hard. He tries to only hit it 65, 68 yards, So that's a different shot. And so picked up here and controlled now after the Nick Bolin. Proto
sends it out to his sister and beyond. And that'll be picked up by the number 2, Lucas James. Remember, we've got 2 7-goal players here, Lucas James and Santos Merlos. In comes Paquito, playing a very, very solid 5 goals. And also a very, very intelligent player. And you know what, Dale, I have to say that's what we saw today at the PTF at the Buzz Welker Memorial. The way these kids, these youngsters are learning how to play polo, not just technically when it comes to hitting the ball, but also from a mindset, phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely
no,
phenomenal.
they learn so quick by watching, and a lot of that also just being, of course, everything being on the internet and the ability for them to have replays. So I'm glad to hear that. Great day with the PTF out to Santa Rita Polo Farm. On the move, picked up here and controlled by Santos. 3 white players are going to come in here, and I think Alejandro might have got hit in the head there. We'll see what they decide here. Check the replay here. As he comes in, Santos on the near side. Paquito's going to put a ride off on him right there. Nice bump. Then everybody comes together. Camp's going to ride by. Mia, she's going to have to pull out of there. She does. Then Alejandro comes together with Santos.
A tricky one.
Yeah, so I think he's riding out there when he came around the corner. They're going to give it in possession to Pilot. The group comes together, penalty 5A.
Quickly taken by the second 10-goaler, Facundo Pierres. And again, trying to be as much of a nuisance as she can, Cambiaso. And, she's clearly been given instructions to stick with that 10-goaler. She's now going to hand it over to brother Perotto. Facundo around the outside, leaving everyone behind. Here comes the under the neck shot. A little deflection off a pony. But he's going to get lucky. Picks it up again on that near side. Yeah, everybody coming down the line. And it looked to me like the play with the number 3 there from Pilot. Santos Merlos might have been the next man in line.
Yeah, they come together. Also, Lucas is in there too, playing. Everybody's in there. They're going to go to the courtesy change here while we're taking a look. It gets dropped, and then you got Santos right there, yeah, on the drop. I think that's a pretty good call there. We'll let the umpires figure it out as we send everybody off to get a fresh pony. We'll have the courtesy change, right around the middle of each chukker, this time at 3:33 on the clock. 3-1 with the 2-goal handicap. If you're just joining us, Mia Cambiaso, Paquito de Nevares, Proto Cambiaso, Alejandro Luis Estrada, Maltese Falcons in the white jerseys today. Pilot, Polo in the maroon. Camp Campbell filling in for Curtis Pilot today. Shout out to Curtis. And especially using the Pilot Polo Farm today for one of our games in the World Polo League. And Lucas James playing the number 2. Santos Merlos playing the 3. And Facundo Pierres playing the number 4. And as you were saying, Yan, I think, very great, very good start by the Pilot team in their first game against Casablanca. I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, they 14-11. That's a lot of goals, and also for Casablanca.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was talking. We had Ilario Forgetis, and he was our special guest yesterday while you were out at the field for the finals of the Founders Cup. We said congratulations, Park Place.
Absolutely.
Played very well, every chukker. And Lionita kept fighting. And then this Park Place, every time that they put a move on them or got it within 2 goals, they would just pop back. And very good job, so congratulations to them. He spoke very highly playing with the Casablanca team. Enjoyed playing with Sapo as a captain. Said he was learning a lot from him and loved playing with Grant, Double G, and Rafino Benzadone. On the open goal penalty shot here, Santos Merlos will pick up his second of the day. And you called a Yan right away violation. Inside the 60, actually right around the 40, but out to the side. So they bring that ball over, and they're chipping away at that 2-goal handicap.
They certainly are. Back to the centre they go then, as waiting there for one of our 2 international mandated officials to throw the ball back into play. Now here we have the duel that a lot of people have probably come down here to want to see. 10 goals versus 10 goals. Perotto versus Facundo Pieres. And at the moment, it looks like Perotto's got the upper hand. A little near side shot on target, just going wide. So Facundo having done enough to just stop Perotto from getting that perfect angle that he needed. He didn't have a lot of goal to shoot at. And now it was it was Santos Merlos who took, he's been taking the knock-ins. Now it's going to be Facundo Pieres. And again, there she is, wanting to stop him early.
Yeah, Mia's great, saying, hey, how many taps are you going to get here? She ain't getting on him.
Yeah.
She played so well in their first game, her defensive side. Right again, look at this. Got to pick it up on a deflection.
Perseverance always pays off, very much so. Facundo will stick with her, steals the ball back. But this clearly is the strategy. Come in and challenge that 10-goaler early. Seems to be working. That cheeky steal when Perotto scored that first goal. But now on the move, Pilot. Nicely picked up on the near side. Yeah, needs to be careful there, Paquito de Narvaez. Everything still above board. Turns towards the boards. Now the whistle comes and stops the play with just under a minute and a half.
The group comes together here. A lot of ride-offs. Santos, Paquito, clean. Mia. And a little ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving there. And then they blow it, then you get the whistle. So looks like he's going to go in favor. And when he went to turn that ball, maybe Lucas kind of got in front of him a little bit. Looked like he was trying to clear out, but whatever. He's going to have the penalty 5A, and it'll be Proto.
You won't be happy with that. That was not far enough. Well, he's corrected himself, but he might have just been caught slightly offside there coming across that right away of Facundo.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss hit. Looked like he was going for the bigger hit there. Kind of got at the top of it. And you get a good look at it here. Proto, yeah, definitely looking for Paquito coming across the goal mouth. They tried to run around. Just got a little bit over it. I don't know how he does that. I mean, he definitely riding over the top of the ball, but you imagine that? He's reaching behind the horse. Yeah, we go out to the second ball field 20 times, run around the field, try to do that. Couldn't get it done.
No.
I mean, Lario's got the one on tape, where he scores the goal.
Yeah.
That might have been harder to do because the ball was actually right behind his horse. I think he was trying to ride on the side.
Yeah.
Then he would have been clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow. Good thinking. Perotto. You know what I mean? So he kind of like riding like he's not going to make a play and then steal it on the near side, but he's going to be called for the riding from behind, from the spot. Santos. And that's going to be... I think
Wow.
I don't believe they put it at the 60, right? I want to see that. I think they've kept it at a 5A. They might have moved it back up. I'll have to take a look at that. Check with our 5A. So 5A. So that ball is 70, 80 to 100. Right in that vicinity. Well done. He's hitting the ball very, very good. I enjoyed watching him play the last couple times. Out the back door. This is what they want with 38 seconds left.
On the move, Cambiasso. Just to try and put his team back in front before they change ponies. Yeah, after this, as to be expected, very, very fast and furious and exciting Chukker. There's plenty more to come. Now then, Pierres. He'll hammer that one away. Oh, didn't quite get the touch he wanted. Cambiasso to Cambiasso. And there will be a whistle on that on the turn. I have a feeling that Facundo might have jumped on that line, but we will find out when they return. End of the first Chukker. So, Pilot, who had to come up with a quick 2 goals, did so. Picked up a third one, as did Cambiasso for the Falcons. So we leave the field with 3 goals apiece. Make sure you stay with us here. It's going to get very exciting when we come back. CTV Sports, Chukker number 2.
Okay, welcome back, everyone, to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
I'm Jan Eric.
And we're bringing you this game live. Grand Shade Polo Club. We are at the Pilot Polo Farm for the 2024 World Polo League Palm Beach Open. And Maltese Falcons, Mia Cambiasso, Paquita de Nevaz, Parotto Cambiasso, and Alejandro Davide Estrada. They're in the white jerseys today. 24-goal team in the maroon. Pilot Polo with Camp Campbell filling in for Curtis Pilot. And we're going to get a penalty shot here. Penalty 4, 6-yard shot. We had a penalty right at the end of the first Chukker. Right away violation. And, first one, maybe just a little bit off to the side. Now, remember, we do have the triggers in place. The answer, you can use check and see that if they need them, check and see if a goal's in or out.
Yeah.
Check and see when the ball goes over the end line or sideline for either safety, penalty 6, or change of possession. Check and see anytime 2 4-legged athletes come together on a ride-off or any kind of contact. And then also anytime 2 2-legged athletes come together on a hook or any kind of hard play. And, of course, hitting on sports-like conduct. And then we have the umpire trigger, which looks like we are using a trigger here to check and see if the goal was in or out. Very close there, very close. So they'll slow it down and they'll take a look at it in the booth. Our third man /IRO instant replay official is in the CTV Sports, and I thought it was just a little bit wide on my look. But they slow it down, and they have their way to also look at it in there. And they know exactly where the drone's flying, so they know the angles. And it's a lot of it's really, really cool the way they break that down and look at that. And they do a fabulous job. So no goal on the play. And Parotto looking for Paquito.
And not only that, he actually pointed exactly where he wanted Paquita to go to, kind of letting Facundo Pierre is in on how he was going to start this play. Now he hammers one across the field, and that's a nice pass for Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Just beaten to it there, sent back down, and it's going to be picked up by Facundo on the halfway line. Merlos going up with him, but the rotation working now for Pilot, and that will be a shot on goal from distance, and look at that, just trickles over.
Wow. Another, just these shots on goal. Now Santos picks up the man behind, and Facundo, he's just going to take his first shot at goal, and perfect. And he had Proto had him in a nice, he had position on him there, so I think he can learn a lot from that.
Yep.
And takes a shot from way out, and like you said, didn't need to hit it, hit it about 65 yards, 60, 70, 80 yards. Uh-oh, Facundo.
On the move once again here. They're winning the next throw-in. And Facundo, well done, Perotto. Paquito will pick up the broken play, turns it around. There is Campbell. And Mia coming in, putting her stick down as well.
Mia getting in on the defense.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she is. There's Proto puts the pressure on Facundo, and he flipped that ball a little bit to the left under the neck. Paquito turned it. And then they come together there, and then I'm probably going to get the sandwich here. It looked like Camper, they may be going the other way on the initial bump. So riding in from behind first. Remember we had two fouls the other day?
Yep.
So you're riding in from behind, and then you have the sandwich. So you go with what fouls first?
The first, exactly.
All right, so that happens a few times. We'll break those down for you here on CTV Sports. We've had a number of plays, especially in the game of polo because it's so fast. On the move, Santos.
Again, Merlos. Now taking the initiative and trying to get past Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Nice little touch there from Lucas James to keep the pressure on, but now on the move. The Maltese Falcons, and Porotto Cambiaso has a little bit of space to work with. You can see Facundo there just giving instructions, telling where he wants his co-players to be, and Paquito coming in now to take the 10-goal out of the equation. Alejandro right behind Perotto, and he will just, take everybody for a ride here as he goes around the entire traffic. Perotto, here comes the shot, a cut shot. Just wide.
Oh, man. Thought he escaped the pack there.
Yeah.
Usually when he does, that's his sweet spot.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about that? From 60 to 80 on the cut shot, or even anywhere on that side. When it's going from left to right. He's deadly from that area.
So back to Facundo taking the knock-in. And he's probably going to send that out to the left. Yep, as I thought. To Merlos. Paquito will be the first man to challenge. Little slice up over that halfway line. Oh, nearly. Unlucky there for Campbell to not make contact with that ball. Alejandro looking for Paquito. He had to go back. Fakes the backhander. Still Paquito against Merlos. In comes Perotto. Bit of a sword fight going on. Facundo now will try and open things up. Left it for Campbell. Campbell trying to, as you just said, Dale, shake the pack. Facundo. Pierre is, and they're sticking to him as close as they can because they know how dangerous he is. And anything to undermine any kind of an attack, well, you're going to leave it for Merlos, and he can take a shot from standstill. That's exactly what he does.
Yeah, good composure. Santos here, letting the pack clear out. Procedure on the field. Umpires are telling the players to clear, clear, clear. This guy, though, Facundo Pierre, wow, he was like working very hard there. And then good play here by Camp Campbell. Because Camp gets in there early and lets everybody get lined up. If Camp doesn't get there, then Mia has the ability to reach back and steal that ball. So Camp gets in place. That'll take us to our jersey change. Good shot of Proto. He gets in the spot there, and then that gives Santos and and Lucas time to get in line.
Yep.
So good play, very good play. Those little plays like that, man, they mean a lot in the game of polo, especially this polo.
I don't know if you noticed right at the end there, because standing on the line between the posts was Alejandro, and he probably didn't expect that ball to come so slow or so from a speed.
It's kind of a miss hit.
Yeah.
He kind of hit the top of it, Santos.
And it just went straight through him, and he was a little bit upset with himself there. Not being able to block that, because he'd actually got himself in the perfect position. He stood on the back line and just,
no, there's time to reflect. Good shot here, little team huddle. Alejandro, Mia, Perotto, Paquito kind of talking it out. They'll use the courtesy change. We talked a lot about that, not just as a time to change your horse, the four-legged athlete, but actually the teams have the ability to regroup. And that gives them time to regroup where it's calm. It's kind of like in football. It reminds me a lot about football, where you come in, you have a huddle and a break, every play, and they talk it out. It always gives them time. I think it's about runs the same thing. We have 45 seconds on the courtesy change, and between each play in NFL.
Well, that, of course, is where the quarterback, or in this case, the captain, is
quarterback
the key. Is
calls
the key,
the play.
And he keeps the calmness, and he sort of,
It looked to me like they mix it up. I think they mix it up here a little bit. We talked about this team being a new team. Mia, Perotto, and Paquito played together, but Alejandro playing with the threesome. So they came together very quick in their first game against Gaia Polo, 11-9. All right, here we go, 5-3. And it'll be Facu.
Yeah, working it. They will be looking forward to seeing those halftime stats, Dale, because just on a hunch here, I've got the feeling that Pilot are winning the majority of those throw-ins, putting them in the offensive mode. This time, the Falcons are going to dodge a big bullet. That one just went slightly wide.
Yeah, first strider for Lucas, as Lucas been playing a lot of defense, kind of mixing it up in the middle. You usually got Lucas out in front, running and gunning. Today they've kind of changed it up a little bit, attacking from the rear. And when I say that, Facundo playing the number 4 and Santos playing the 3, they're in the back of the team. And maybe a little different. They play with Curtis. Good pick up here by Paquito.
Now then, Paquito de Narvaez up against his counterpart player there with the number 2. He's done well to hold on to possession. Hard bump and a ride-off there, but he gets the support from Perotto. Now then, Perotto's got you-know-who breathing down his neck. Well done, Paquito, trying to clear the way for Perotto. That's exactly how it should be. Well done, the Falcons. Plays it into the midfield. And why not indeed try a long-distance shot as well. Had a deflection.
It might be buried there, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is exactly what happened. So we had a buried ball. It's very unlucky.
Yeah. And good movement there on the play as they're moving the ball around, but they're not slowing the game at all, if you notice that. And that's what you want to take out of the game. They did not slow the game at all, Maltese Falcons. Giving Perotto the opportunity again on the bowling. Facu.
Yeah, see, and they've won it again. This is what I mentioned earlier, be it after a goal is scored or now here this time again. They just seem to have that slight edge on winning those throw-ins. And on the move again, Campbell leaves it behind now for the number 2. Lucas James on the boards. Snaps one over to Facundo. He was right there waiting, and he will snap that across field. Who's there? Merlos. Slightly wrong-footed. He knew he had Perotto coming up from behind.
Those kids come across fair. I got to tell you, again, give it to Mia. She is working hard on defense. Pushed to the side by Santos. And interesting. I guess you have the 2 players. I'm going to check this one out. 36 seconds on the clock. It looked like at first they were coming together, and then Perotto had a near side. But then their 2 players were coming from behind him. And I don't know if he had to pull out for Paquito. He had to pull out for his own teammate. But in the process, it didn't look like to me. I thought he got out of there. It looked like he got out in time.
That's what I thought.
That's
why I'm
so,
also...
I mean, if he was in there, you'd have to say blocking your own player. You can't block your own player on a play like that based on 2 players coming down the line. But a kid, a man of his skill, and Okay, so they did challenge this play, which I can understand them challenging. They're going to lose the challenge on there because it was dicey. You know, you can see how dicey kind of was going back for the ball. You know, and then he had his own players. If you see how they separate there, they were coming down the field. They separated, or Santos pulled out, and then he tried to go behind them.
Yes.
Which is so,
well, that makes sense.
You know how hard it is to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, and if no one was coming, he would have got it. So, I mean, amazing play by Perotto. But bad luck, he's got two guys coming down behind him. So here comes Facundo with the penalty 2. And they pass the stick. And you'll see that today with Santos and Facundo. And as I said, Santos was 3 for 4. He missed 1-4, and he had a 4, 2, and a 5A.
Well, that will bring us to the end of Chukker number 2. Make sure you join us when we come back in a few moments for Chukker number 3.
Welcome back to CTV Sports and third Chukker action here. 3 unanswered goals in the second Chukker. Very, strong Chukker for Pilot Polo. They had opportunity at 4. They had 160 just off to the side. They used a trigger. And we had one challenge. We had a challenge by the Maltese Falcons. And they lost their challenge for the first half. So at the moment, the Polo Polo has their challenge in place. Here we go.
A little backhander there from Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Well, they need to, as I say, get a grip on this. As I said, we will have the halftime stats, and I'll be very keen to see what they say. I would say at the moment, probably something like 60% more ball possession for a Pilot here in this first half, and that's, I'm sure, something which the Maltese Falcons will be aware of, and they need to work on that. Again, you see, look at that, no mistake. Mr. Facundo Pierres picking up his 3rd goal of this match.
Luke is doing a great job working so hard. Lucas James, look at him. He is working so hard. You just don't see, you got to give credit is due to when Santos and Facundo are loose. And right there, you just showed Lucas working very hard with Perotto, but he actually started to play off, too. Won the ball and got the ball going forward. And then as, like we talk about Camacho Pierres, does a ton of work like that.
Yep.
He's doing a great job there.
Here we go then. This time it will be the Falcons to win the throw-in. And this could be a nice little ball up for Paquito on the near. Oh, no, he's going to tee that one up for Perotto. Did not have the perfect angle. Now Perotto, no, you know that how dangerous he is in front of goal. Gets a little bit of traffic in the form there. This time Santos Merlos, I think, will be the culprit on that play. We'll have to wait and see what the umpire's made of that.
Yeah, this might be trouble here because this is a great little back drop right to Perotto's stick. And then, like you said, once he gets into the red zone here, he's deadly. And that's an easy foul to blow. Now, they're right there. You're probably going to get a penalty 1 out of this. And, yeah, you are going to get the penalty 1. So, remember, foul in the vicinity of the goal to save the goal. Vicinity being, well, when Dolphins on the field or any of the 10 goals are on the field, what is the vicinity of the goal? Center field. I always laugh about that when it was in the book, the vicinity of the goal. Okay,
yeah.
Well, to guys that at least the 80-yard line. But we'll see. Remember the 2-point conversion in place. Anything shot from behind the center line will be worth 2 points. Perotto elected to take this one forward and turned around again by James.
Now then, James will work it and bring it back up to that halfway line. Good touch from Campbell, but he will knock that one over the sideboard. So we will have our first change of possession here, I believe, in this third chukker. It's going to go in favor of the Falcons. And this is not too far behind that halfway line. You can see it coming up on your screens. There it is. Perotto working it. And he will leave that one for Paquito. Now, he's another strong hitter, as we know. Yeah, Perez. They give the switcheroo. Now then, back to Paquito. Is he in a position to make a shot? He will now give it in turn back to Alejandro. Back to Paquito. Here comes that shot. Yeah, I see they were all like a little bit too hesitant there,
Yeah, changing it up a little bit, going to the control game. We see that a lot with these teams in the World Polo League. They'll have the open, run, and gun, and then they'll go to the control game and just changing it up a little bit, trying to find out what works. And, can't really go against them here because they haven't had a lot of third, second chukker, no goals. So you need to go to the book, right?
You do indeed.
Change it up a little bit.
Oh, nice steal here by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. And he also, but was there a whistle before then?
I mean, it looks like he's clean on the meat. So, I wonder, is he far enough away there so he's not 1 meeting 2? I think that's maybe what Alejandro's looking for. We'll get to see the replay on it and see if it, just to see. I mean, they're going to line up here for knocking. Do they still, no, they lost. No, they can't. There's no whistle on it anyway, so. And looks like they're getting into it a little bit. A little energy. And that'll happen. Yeah, it looks like there's some energy there. So, I mean, listen, both of those two right there, they're getting into it, Mia and Lucas. Well, they've been doing, like I say, I call it the dirty work, but it's actually the clean work. It's all the work that they're doing out there. So, at times there might be a little bit of, they might catch somebody late. It was outside the play, definitely. But, they'll let them blow steam, get the steam blowing off. Perotto's going to come in, talk about it. But you see, those guys, remember, because Perotto, he's working on Perotto. So is he getting them, and most of the time you'll see the umpires, they'll watch. That's why you have two umpires. And also the third man has the IRO has the ability to look at it plays later just to see if something's not going on outside the play. You know what I mean? When you got a play with, like, say, Perotto's going to a spot, But I would say by looking at most of the game, Lucas has been very clean.
Very.
But some hard write-offs. We saw one on the boards.
Yeah.
That one with actually was with Paquito.
Yeah.
I believe, but some hard write-offs, and they're all mounted so well, and the game is so fast, so they'll work it out. Both captains there kind of talking it out and getting everything
right.
And I got a little. I'll Carlos Garcia actually came in. He said, I agree. When a 10-goaler is in his half, he probably has a chance to score a red zone. Thank you, Carlos. I agree with that. Hope everybody's going well there. Carlos Garcia Jr. checking out CTV Sports today. Thanks for joining us. But, yeah, big point. You know, we talk about that vicinity. Here we go. So it looks like everyone's cool. They got it worked out. I like the way the umpires handle it. Let the captains talk about it, you know. And away we go, 4-7.
And on the move again, Mr. Molos. Santos. Cambiasa to the left of him, Cambiasa to the right. Molos with a little under the neck shot. Comes off the pony of Alejandro Navijo Estrada. He can pick up the ball and play it into the open space. Deep in his own half. Gets a bit of support there from Cambiaso. He will leave it for Porotto. Alejandro taking one defender with him. No mistake now here. He's still right on his doorstep. Facundo there just waiting for the unforced error. Porotto, yeah, you see that's exactly what could happen. This time it was Alejandro backing up Porotto. Turned. Lucas. James. In comes Mia. Again, all very much...
Very close quarters, too, here. You know, we noticed that in the last about 4 or 5 minutes. You know, the games come together with a lot of control plays. And look at this. When you have a lot of people bunched up, what do? Shoot from 120.
Exactly.
Remember we were talking about the vicinity of the goal? Well, here you go. Watch this. And this is a 7-goaler in the vicinity of the goal. Bang. No problem. Santos. Looks like a layup shot for Facundo, but again, it rolls, 5 yards past the goal. Perfect shot. It's going to take us to our final courtesy change of the first half. Now, I see a lot of contact when the game gets tight. You know, when you're, and remember, they're doing it at 20, 25 miles an hour. They have not slowed the game at all. Both teams have not had delay a game. No. And it hasn't been called. I don't think it should have. It should not be called. Both teams are playing with rhythm, but when you bring all those players together, you are going to get some rubbing and racing.
Of course,
you know?
Of course.
And good shot here, Paquito de Narvaez. So
yeah, he hasn't really come to fruition as much as we saw him in his last game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of both these teams not as strong as they are on their offense. Like, you know, let's just double it up. I mean, we haven't seen Lucas go to goal but one time.
True.
And Lucas James he's running and going and pulling the team. So their game plan was for Lucas to do more collecting of the players, you know, picking up a man. I'm sure Porotto was on that list.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's 10 goals and Facundo. And so, you know, keeping the man away from other players away from those players.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Paquito and Mia's been doing a phenomenal job. I mean, she's been working very hard. And then, you know, so there's still I think both teams are still trying to get it figured out on what works best, because if you look at the goals, you have four of them of the 8 are from penalty shots. So most of the other ones, believe it or not, were from outside the 60. I think we had one shot by Santos that he took in a little bit. So still working, trying to get free, and good defense. What do I say? Wins championship.
You do indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be part of it through here. It's going to be a great second half here. 8-4 here. Let's see if Maltese Falcons can get it in 3 or 2, and or if maybe Pilot can extend this lead. Facundo. Well, wow, he is crushing it.
He is indeed crushing it here, and that's his 4th goal of the game. And again, they win another throw-in.
Yeah, possession's big right now with these type of teams, yeah. And also when they're scoring from 100 yards out, possession is big. Polo Field 300 yards long by 160. And so, if you can get it out of the bowling. I mean, he took that out of the bowling and shot it.
Yeah.
Did not wait around.
Yeah. This time it is the Falcons winning a throw-in. But can they hold on to the ball? Again, Facundo, yeah, there is Porotto. Now. Whistle will stop the action with just under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Ball is thrown into play. There you see it. They go to the boards. Another interesting one.
Yeah, he's going to the back, and I guess I thought it looked like Broto was coming around there, but it looked like he hooked him, but I guess they're going to get his aid riding in there. That's calling the field, and they're out of challenges. So they're going to go and give that 5A, and this is what they've been. They've been kind of controlling it here with Santos and Facundo.
And he's on the ball again and on the move. Facundo Pierres round the outside. Facundo, little under the neck shot. Deflects, comes off the number 2, Paquito de Narvaez.
Now, I guess that ball must have been out. You got a piece of it. Shot of Peralta here. He's going to get an opportunity. He's going to go for it here, down by 5. And they'll go for another run on the knock-in. Looking for Paquito. We got a foot race.
Yeah, we do indeed. Now then, horsepower, Paquito. He's going to pick that one up. Cuts across. Paquito stolen, taken off him there on the near side by Merlos. Merlos with a cut shot. And that will, stay just inside the field. Checks up, slows down. And well played here by Perotto. Well done indeed. And again, Mia doing such a good job to allow Perotto. And he, well, I thought he was going to go for possibly a 2-pointer there. Just to pick up whatever he could in the dying seconds here of this first half. It'll, and that'll be it. So, 9 goals to 4, and as the players go off the field, we should have those halftime stats coming your way any second now. This will be an interesting read.
Yeah, it should be. And great group out there at the Pilot Polo Farm here, Grand Champions Polo Club. 2024, here we go. 12-6. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
And that's your difference. Shots on goal, 12 out of 6. 12 Maltese Falcons. And then throw-ins. They've won more throw-ins. And then look at the fouls committed. 7 by Maltese, only 3 by Pilot. And so all those numbers right there basically explain 9-4. So we'll get them all queued up. And we'll be back for our second half. Stay with us here. 2024 World Polo League Palm Beach Open.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martín Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pérez from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now, but it could be 8. And I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. The weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family, we're around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
All the mountains around here, it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses, and I play with a lot of friends.
No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people.
I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake.
Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It looks amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy. And I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July, an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we like get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us here. Palm Beach Open 2024, game number 5. The Maltese Falcons up against Pilot, and at the moment it is very much going in favor of Pilot, 9 goals to 4. at the end of the first 3 chukkers of play. And players are coming back out to start the second half. Dale, if you were the coach for the Maltese Falcons, what would you advise?
No, 100%. I mean, the numbers don't lie on the stats. They outshot them. Yeah. So right there. They got to get a few more shots, and they went to the control game. I'm not going to say they're right or wrong with that, but they definitely got to get some more shots. However, they want to get them, because they're getting outshot. Then they lost about 50% of the bowl-ins.
Yes.
So when you add the shots on goal to the 50% of the bowl-ins, and then they fouled more.
Yeah.
So you can't, you can't really worry about what the other team's going to do on the fouls. I mean, if they don't foul, they don't foul.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're coached well, and Facundo's a good captain. And so they need to clean up that a little bit more so they don't put them on the line, because Santos put a 4-3, a 4-2, and a 5A, so from 80 yards out, and another 2, and then Facundo had a 2. So, take those out, which is easy to do, clean up that, and then just, get back to that magic that they know how to do, and shooting that goal. Here we go.
And again, another win here for Pilot. Another shot on goal for Facundo, and that puts them into double figures. So, continuing how they left off at the end of that first half, Pilot coming out strong.
Yeah, no, these are just great shots, give and go. And Facundo's not he's shooting for everything from 60 to 100 yards.
Yeah,
that's why I talk about the vicinity of the goal, the 10-goal player. I mean, this guy is lined out from 60 to 80, and most of them are. I mean, all the high goal players. Not just the 10-goalers. They have that sweet spot.
Yeah, and they've done it again, Dale. Look, here we go. This time it's the turn of Santos Merlos. They won the throw-in, but couldn't control it. Perotto will stop and turn. He's got Mia out to his left, and also Paquito. Here he is, a good shot of the young 5-goaler. Just somehow seems that the flow of the Falcons, that rhythm that you were talking about hasn't quite materialized yet.
Yeah, a little different than it was with against Kaya.
Yeah.
Polo, but the Pilot team has also pressed the seam. Like I told you, Lucas working hard with the man, and Santos and Facundo have done a good job, and Camp doing a good job filling in for Curtis. He's in the middle of it. Right now they have a little bit better flow, but at any time, like you said, this Maltese Falcon team, they all have the ability, from Mia through them all, Paquito, Perotto, and Alejandro, get their goal shots going. Knock-ins have been pretty much, a few more knock-ins for Pilot too, so. That's going to show you just on goal shots.
Yeah.
So here we go. On the workload, it's going to be Facundo.
Once again, Mr. Perez working it himself. Nobody coming in to challenge. Takes it. A little bit of a miss hit there. That will be picked up by Perotto. But he's straight away got a man on. Of course, Lucas James will not waste any time to get his stick down there. Everybody now trying to secure possession. Alejandro. Surrounded there by Pilot defenders. They need to open up, allow for the play. A little chip shot, nicely done. And this could be a run for Perotto. But going back very quickly. Facundo, hard ride off there again between the two 10-goalers and between Camp.
A lot of contact.
Yeah, a lot of contact. Camp Campbell.
Clean
there.
though. Everybody's clean.
Yeah,
I mean, at speed and slower. I mean, that was a very strong sword fight between 4 players, but everybody very in control of their mount, doing the way you should do it. Fun to watch.
Alejandro on the halfway line, picks up the ball, leaves or shakes Camp Campbell just behind him. He's got Perotto there, and he will give that ball to Perotto. There is Facundo. He will now leave it for Paquito. Yeah, Paquito running into some traffic. Perotto nearly getting away with it, and very quickly, this is what they do so well, very quickly they steal the ball and they run away with it. This time it'll be the number 2, Lucas James, on the approach. Slightly out to the left-hand side, wants to correct himself. Paquito coming in. Now, was there a whistle on that play?
So on the break here, and as you said, I think maybe one too many touches by Maltese Falcons.
Yeah.
I think Paquito probably would have had a shot. Maybe he's got to find other space. I don't know if there's contact here or not. They come together a little bit. Lucas coming from right to left, and you have Paquito coming down the field. So I think they might talk about the contact. It's going to take a sort of courtesy change also. But that's definitely something the Pilot's done at a higher level today is their choice of shots.
Yep.
Because right there, great draw. I mean, they dropped the ball twice.
Yes.
Well, but then they went to the dribble again. I mean, dropped the ball and then someone put it between the uprights. I mean, we get too much. Give the Pilot team too many chances to steal the ball from you, and every time. And if you do the same, the Maltese Falcons are going to get you too. So,
Absolutely.
We've watched a lot in this World Polo League that the teams that end up really winning, and the numbers don't lie again. As I say, always go back to the stats. But Adolfo's down there coaching.
Yeah.
Right there. So, he'll get it worked out. But I definitely think that's something that they've done better just today, for sure, Pilot. I mean, they've taken the right shots. I mean, Facundo scored 3 out of his 5, like we said, from 60 plus. So, what are you going to do? Unless there's not much you can.
No.
Besides get him before he gets the ball, and we talked a lot about that also in the World Polo League is a big play we saw that in the Founders Cup.
Yeah,
we were talking about that. The possessions. I mean,
huge.
Park Place had possession of the ball way more than Laranita, and they still had a very close game.
Yeah.
But Park Place was working very hard on getting the possession of the ball.
Absolutely. Another team that does that so well is of course Audi. Another one of those teams once they have that.
Yeah, they have possession too. Yeah, with Heta and then the whole group there with the Cobra, and they get to run around, and they once they get possession, they can be tough. Okay, so we had an official trigger on the contact. 2 players came together. Back shot con, little racing and rubbing. And so no foul. They're going to bowl it in from the center to the boards. And both teams have challenges for the second half. And just looking for a clean lineup here. Hey, everybody coming together here. Big bowl in here just because Pilot has the ball right there, right? I mean, they're about 10 yards out.
Here we go then, balls in play. Alejandro will try and control it. Everybody, once again, as you would say, could throw a blanket all over 8 of them. Alejandro. Eventually, it'll be Perotto to open things up nicely. Here we go then. This could be a nice little run for the Falcons. Over to the left, he's got Paquito. Yeah, Paquito, he saw it coming. He's just got to be a little bit quicker than Merlos. Good touch. Overrides, leaves it. The idea was good, but the finishing, and look at this, Pilot very quickly. Oh, hang on. They might get a second chance here. High in the sky.
That's all right. I like the thought process.
Yeah.
That's a shooting. I think Paquito should have shot the other ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just what I think. That's just my view. But, because he didn't, and then that gave Lucas time to get up on Perotto.
Yeah.
Now, if Perotto's by himself, then go for the dribble shot.
Yeah.
But if Perotto's is going to get covered, Perotto's not going to be able to do anything.
Absolutely.
So you got to help Perotto out there too. So I would, like I said, I just think he shoot a little more. Perotto, a great shot there, just off to the side. It's going to be picked up here and controlled by Santos.
Merlos for Pilot. Nicely done. Looking for Facundo. He's got Mia. Oh, little trip there. Able to correct himself. Paquito up against Campbell. And he will drag that over into the corner. A cut shot coming. Once again, Merlos. Too far for Perotto to appeal. Window was wide, open wide enough here. So good non-call again on the boards, or off the boards now. Facundo Pierres. Past Alejandro Navijo Estrada, takes a shot. And this time Facundo puts one wide.
Look at Mia now, a little bit of a switch here. Mia, they're kind of going, remember they had Lucas kind of getting in there and getting with Perotto, and trying to shut him down and then get with Paquito. And then now it looks like Mia's doing a good job of keeping him out when they get in tight quarters. So we'll see if we don't see a little change of pace here. And I like to see Alejandro maybe push up a little bit more in this game right now. I mean, you're down by 6, you need to get the offense going. He's been a little bit quieter on the offensive side, been more on the defensive side. Paquito.
Dinamais, where's he going to put that one? No way, he's going to leave it for Perotto. Perotto there just weighing up his options. Wants to get as deep into the pilot half as he can. Well, those floodgates seem to be opening very nicely for him. But he needs a bit of support, but he's going to finish this one. Perotto Cambiasso, well, that's exactly what we were talking about, Dale. Shooting on goal and getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, and I like the change of the horses here. This is a beautiful mare right here. This dark bay black mare, man, Perotto just went from coast to coast on her, just through the pack. So a good switch there because they had the Kersey change going on, and you're down by a few goals, so you need to get one. So get on one of the best babies you got down there, and well done. So we'll be right back.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
All right, here we go. Fifth Chukker action. Mia Cambiasso to the left. Alejandro Nivelillo Estrada to the right. There's Paquito. And 1-1 as it came out of the tents, the locker room, as I call it. And first half kind of owned by Pilot of the Ford Chukker, and then the second half of it owned by Maltese Falcons. And some great horse changes there during the Kersey change. And Perotto on a fabulous black mare, dark bay black, and it just went through the pack, and they had some great shots. If you think of the attempts actually that they had there, because they had 3 knock-ins by the pilot team, so shooting at the goal, and a lot of pole to be played here. So and 5 down by 5, but mucho tiempo. So the chess game continues. Here's Perotto coming out here. Looks like a beautiful afternoon at the Pilot Polo Farm. Actually right around the corner from the Santa Rita Polo Farm and the Valiente Polo Farm. They're all right down there if you're new to the area. Remember, they are all private facilities, but they are open when they have games. And please respect that, because they have a lot going on during those at each one of the polo farms during the week with these beautiful 4-legged athletes that you're seeing today. And, of course, the teams, players, field crews, each very, very unique polo farms. Beautiful. And so what do you think, Jan? You got any added breakdown here. We're kind of talking between Chukkers.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm hoping very much that goal that Polo scored at the end of that fourth Chukker could be the catalyst to open the floodgates and allow the Maltese Falcons to actually play their game, which Pilot have done a very good job in denying them to do so. And sometimes it's just one little play, Dale, one little flick of the switch, and all of a sudden things just work in a much better way. So I'm hoping that will be the case here going forward in the remaining 2 Chukkers that we still have left to play. It is still anyone's game. I wouldn't mind also seeing an attempt maybe for a 2-pointer. We've seen there's enough talent out there to take a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. Yeah, we haven't seen one with these teams. They've been playing the control game. I think both teams have been playing it. And like I said, I just give it up to Pilot. And, there were some looser fouls in the first half. If you look at our score sheets against Maltese, 4-2, 5-2 in the first 2 Chukkers. And those were nice shots by Pilot. But that was good because they only gave up 2 5As.
Yeah, but you know what?
3 fouls in the first half, Jan.
Yeah.
The Pilot gave up to the Maltese Falcons.
Exactly.
And they were 5As.
Exactly.
They didn't give them 1 goal shot penalty.
No. But what really hurt the Falcons, I think, Dale, is Chukker number 2 when they had 3 unanswered goals.
The 3 unanswered goals, definitely. But the whole half, they only gave up the one that was the penalty 1.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they did not give them. They gave them the penalty 1. And then you get the 2 5As. Now, we have an injury timeout, so we're just letting them work this out. Thank you for your patience. As they're man, what else we got going on, Jan? We got a lot of polo going on. Great time at the PTF. I know you were thrilled.
Yeah, no, it was.
Steve Lane was.
He was on full.
On the mic with you.
He was.
So you guys, I know that's a great day at the Santanita Polo Farm. The Polo Training Foundation, Polo Stars of the future, and so many young players. And it was great. You guys were talking about. I wasn't there today for the PTF, but you guys, when you guys were talking about it, I was reliving it. It was great to see the energy from you guys because I know most of the players, but then there were actually some new ones.
Yep.
And that was great. Some of the younger ones.
Yep.
Are moving up. Some of the lead line class has graduated, I should say.
Yes.
I love the lead line class. That's my favorite. But they've graduated to playing in the other ones. And then the middle group, who, just came out of lead line, are going fast now.
Dale, the development has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, incredible. I know Melissa Ganzi. I love her. She loves the kids first of all, but is a big promoter of it, and we do a lot of it in Aspen. So I have the opportunity to be around them all summer long, and man, it brightens your day. So I know a lot of them. That's when you guys are talking about it. I've had the opportunity, not just here on CTV Sports, but there we have a lot of the youth polo.
But talking about what's happening this week, and this is a cracking week of polo here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Tomorrow the action continues in the Palm Beach Open. Aspen Valley take on Traviesa. That's tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow afternoon, in the afternoon at 3:30, Casablanca taking on Park Place. And remember, tomorrow is Tuesday.
Travieso, did you say Travieso against Aspen Valley? That's Calle against Calle.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I was waiting for you to pick up on that.
Oh, yeah.
We spoke about that on the week last week.
Teo against Tony. Uh-oh.
Yeah. But
that's going to be a fun dinner tonight.
Well, not only that. Well, what is Tuesdays, Dale, at Grand Champions Polo Club?
You got Sunset Chukkers and Cocktails.
Absolutely.
And I heard it was... I always wish I was out there with you. I heard and we've been doing it live from the studio also.
To use your language, it was stellar.
Stellar. You got it. I know it, but I've heard it from other people.
Yeah, no, it was.
So, I mean, it was a lot of fun. And also the games have been great because, you know what? A lot of people are asking me about from the pole school and also some new players that want to get involved in the Polo on Demand program.
Yep.
And remember the Polo on Demand program, well, I think, and many... And actually, everyone who's ever been involved in it, I think it's one of the most unique programs in the world. And looks like we do have a change. And I'm going to get a check on this, but it looks like I think Antonio Hagee, right? You got Antonio Hagee All right, coming in, Antonio Heggie, 6 goals. So he'll have to basically go at the 7. So there won't be a change in the lineup. And he's coming in for Lucas James. So something happened to Lucas. And we'll get your feedback on Lucas. Hopefully he's okay. But that was our break in the action there. And we'll have Antonio Heggie. We haven't seen Antonio play in a while. So that's the first time, I think, playing in the World Polo League. So good luck, Antonio. And we'll give you feedback on Lucas. Hope Lucas is okay. Well, I was talking about the Polo on Demand program. Remember, it is open to anybody at any level. And they cover everything from playing, the polo school to 26-goal polo. So you can get in touch with our general manager, Cale Newman, of course. He'll get you more about it. And, of course, our director of operations, Juan Bellini. Here we go. Everyone back in there. Thank you for your patience once again on our injury timeout. 10-5 here. We're in our 5th Chukker, and we're right at the beginning.
And as we were saying and hoping that the Maltese Falcons will now slowly but surely in the remaining 2 Chukkers turn this game around. Again at the front there, working so well and so hard, getting right into the action. Mia Cambiasso gives it to her brother. And that combination also, I think, is working very well. Paquito de Narvaez and Perotto Cambiasso. A very, very powerful duo here. Now then, Perotto. He's found a gap on the near side. Loses the ball. In comes Facundo, but Alejandro, didn't quite get to it. He did not hit that well. Perotto will get another chance. Mia will take on Merlos. Keep him out of Perotto's sight. He's just over that halfway line. You can't go backwards in polo. We know that. Still Perotto. Just biding his time. Paquito taking on Heggie, as you can see there. Perotto, now he's within range. But, of course, he doesn't want to miss it. Oh! Turns around again. Gets a little bit closer. Still working it. Now the shot. That's going to be high. And wide. After all that work, all that effort. Unlucky there for Perotto Cambiasso.
Yeah, clean pickups here by everybody on the Maltese Falcons. Letting Perotto work it down the field. Just bad luck there. Had the opportunity. Now they'll give the stick back up, and it'll be Facu.
Takes the shot out to the left, plays it out to the right-hand side to Heggie. He's found Heggie. Now then, let's see what the 6-goaler can do. Good couple of touches here. He's got Mia coming. Careful. Alejandro will pick up the broken play. Still Navijo Estrada. Just biding his time. Heggie coming in for the challenge. Being aware that he can't cross that right of way. Picks it up on the near side. Takes the man first, just like you're taught. And Alejandro snaps one. Nicely done. Out to the left. Looking for and finding PC, Perotto Cambiasso. Yeah, he's got it. Now then, he's had a similar situation just a few moments ago. Out to the left-hand side, looking for... Well, I think he was looking for either Paquito or Alejandro. Nobody home.
Yeah, working it hard down the field. You notice how the rotation here, how Facundo is actually gone to the defensive side of the game. Because he was playing in the back, kind of cherry picking in the first half, and now he's up there hustling, trying to get in there, and round and round they go, but they're keeping the flow, and we do get a whistle on the play on a right-of-way violation. So we'll see where they decide to drop this one. We might see an opportunity here, a 2-pointer. Santos Facundo usually take the penalty shots. They mix it up, and both of them have the ability to hit one from center. Remember, it needs to be behind the line like that. Basically, it can't be on the line. We'll see if he goes for it or not. We haven't seen. They've been hitting. They only had a couple 60s. They had the 5A. That's Santos. Here comes Facundo. Pieres.
Not quite what he wanted, but again, an early break here to try and stop the flow. But Heggie very quickly gets on that, jumps onto that ball. Heggie, well done, Antonio Heggie. Yeah, working it hard. Paquito now also having to go back and defend very well. He does so. Mia Cambiasso gives it to brother Perotto. Perotto will open up things a little bit to get the view that he wants. Here we go. Perotto Cambiasso. Nice little chip shot. Plays it to himself. Opens up that pony nicely. Paquito going up with him. In comes the first challenge. Coming charging down the line is Heggie, but Perotto still in possession. Heggie working very hard against the 10-goaler. Little cut shot there and sends Mr. Molos on his way.
Antonio doing a good job here as he just came in quickly. And I like the way Facundo used him early. Santos.
Yeah. Santos cuts back in. Could be seeing a little under the neck shot if he can get to it. Perotto steals it. Cambiasso. But they've been pushed deep into their own half.
Let me get a courtesy change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know give the ball back to. I like this courtesy change. This is going to be a fair play possession for Maltese Falcons when they return, and you can understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, they were running and gunning for a good 4.5 minutes there without any stoppage. I think we had a couple knock-ins, but no fouls and no goals.
I was just going to say no goals, and that at least shows that something is working now for the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, they're both teams are working down. I mean, it's unbelievable the ball control because remember the speed that they're doing it at. Well done. I mean, hopefully Lucas is fine, but Antonio Heggie has done a great job filling in. He's definitely came. I don't know if he's their substitution. If he's a standard sub.
Yeah.
Because he can play for both the 7-goalers at 6 goals, and even if they had to use someone else without Curtis, so he does fit there. But he came into the game, but also kudos to Facundo.
Yeah.
Because he got him right into the game, and I love that.
Yeah.
Hit him the first ball and a knocking. Says, here, you go, kid.
Throw him in the deep end.
Get in there, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's how I learned to swim.
Is that how you learned
Yeah.
to? Yeah. That's how we learned to play polo. Throw him in the deep end.
And I almost drowned him one time. My brother had to save me.
I heard that story.
And he actually did save me, so I love my brother Daryl.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was my fault, actually. Not supposed to play around the pool.
No.
Well, but my brother was there. So it's kind of an interesting play. Like still, again, they're so both so well organized and coached. It's like, what's going to come next?
Yeah.
And we will see. A lot of time left in this game, so still a chukker and a half.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a bit of a both of them had their challenges, and pushing them on here a little bit. We had the ball on this one, this courtesy game. I think a little longer just based on the team. We had 2 teams. We had one team down
the far end.
Yeah, and one on the other end. So it does take, sometimes that does push a little bit. But like you said, you keep that courtesy chain right around 45 seconds, under a minute. And here we go. Proto again.
On the move for the Falcons.
I think you recognize this one.
Yeah. Facundo going up with him. Checks. Paquito hands him the ball. Paquito now, he might get a run. Needs to just outplay. Oh, again, good touch here from Antonio Heggie. Picked up on the halfway line, the ball by Alejandro. Novijo Estrada. Yeah, there's that drive. Oh, that's a good pass for Paquito. Now then, little under the neck shot. Watch that ball. It hits the post and goes in. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, this is good for Paquito. First goal of the day, off the post, but gets the release, and great horsepower here. Once again, changed on. He knows he's on fresh legs after the courtesy change. Little chip. Didn't want to hit it too hard. Antonio, actually good D. He was there with the ride-off, but super finish by number 2.
And also a great pass fed from Alejandro Novijo Estrada. Here we go then. They're starting to win the throw-ins as well, Dale. And all of a sudden, The Falcons spread their wings and come alive here in the 5th chukker. Down by just 4 points. Anyone's game. Porotto still after that throw in tries to turn, and Facundo, now did he come across like a T-bone in front of Porotto?
I don't know. He seems like he's he might want to talk about it, and he's let's take a look, because he Porotto, and there's Facundo, number 4 in the black helmet. They're gonna slow it down here, come together. Love with that. We remember we always got the option. Porotto brings it to the inside.
Yeah.
That's a change of line.
Exactly.
So, Facundo was kind of talking about it. Now, we'll see if they decide what they decided. They might get a challenge. They might get a whatever. We'll see. They both have them. But Facundo was talking about something. You saw him kind of,
Yeah.
And so we'll see what he decided. Maybe take a look at this one. And so we'll let them work it out. And we can comment on our final comments. Is they'll look at all the angles. This is where all the angles are very important, because we had the center cam.
Yes.
And now it's all the way down, and they flipped to the drone. But I think the end zone cam probably going to give you a good look on this too. You know what I mean? The angles.
Yeah.
And that's what's very, very big. And remember also the ability. And I love that, because when Lario Figueres was in here yesterday, again, all the players that come in, that they get in there and they have the screen with this. Okay, so they went to the trigger, umpire trigger, which I don't mind triggering this one too. They got one umpire looking at one way, one looking at the other, and also it saves a challenge for the teams. And it was such a dicey play just because of the way they're shutting it down, but it's going to stand. So foul against Pilot, and a nice finish here by Paquito in his second goal. So this is a perfect time for Paquito on 5 goals to be getting the rhythm going, Gives you a little confidence, get your energy up.
Yep.
And look at this. With a minute, there'll be about a minute left by the time to get into the bowl in, down by 3.
Yeah. Anyone's game. And that ball is thrown into play. And the Falcons, Mia gets the touch. And Paquito picks up the pass. So as I say, Dale, all of a sudden, those statistics taking a little bit of a change. A little bit of a rub there. Paquito and Antonio Heggie.
We're going to see what happens here. To come in here, I thought Paquito might hit this first. See, he sacrificed but hit the first ball here. You know what I mean? Because look at Proto.
Yeah.
He's got him beat. So I'm out, and he gets here, and something goes on. But when a 10-goaler dives in for you to make a hook, you hit the next ball.
Damn right, yeah.
I mean, sorry, that's just my way I look at it, or the way I was taught, okay? Because Peroto's sacrificing himself, and Porotto had Facundo beat. And look at it, it's going to go against them. It's going to be a 5B from the middle. And I think I like his call, but he reached out.
Yeah,
because Antonio was not underneath the swings. This is a good call. It's a good call here. He's going for it. Eric Frank.
Yeah, but Alejandro, coming down the line there very quickly. Melos now.
That was like a flash for us. Oh, Facundo was going for it, though. Yeah. He was going for the 2-pointer. Now we'll see how it developed. But Facu laid it in lumber on that ball. Now the other play, just going back to it, they were riding down, and when Paquito went to go swing out, remember, if a guy's out there, you got to watch out for him. So I think it was a very good call by the Mount officials. Not an easy call. Coming down here, and I wasn't sure where that ball was coming. That ball was coming a little bit across, or I don't know. Hard to tell from that angle. We'll see if they take a look at it. Different angles help. And just because the player's coming at that speed, remember, you got to be 100% on the right-of-way. And 100% is 100%. And if that ball, I always tell you, they can look and see, because that might be a tough one on the field. But we talked a lot about the ball moving in different directions, the spin, the English, as you would say.
As you would say.
As I was saying, you would sound like. So we'll see, because it does change directions, and it does have spin.
Yeah.
And, second half of the game, a lot of horses run around the field. It's going to hit off different parts of the field. And so it does switch directions. Quick line change. And, can be pretty tough to get it all figured out, especially when it's a fine line.
Yeah.
And remember, okay, so we did have a challenge. White challenged it, and Alejandro had a lesser angle. So, no foul. And like I said, so it's a great challenge. Even though Santos is coming down there at speed, remember the ball hitting the ground, and at first looked for me, it looked like it was going, not that the ball had a drastic line change, but it wasn't going straight up and down the field where Santos was. You know what I mean? It was going more to where Alejandro was going.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So not like neither of them was 100% on it, but where the ball was going is lesser angle for Alejandro. And so now usually on this play, because they did have a foul called, you go to a bowling. So, and, not in place, but it's always one of those things you can talk on here, do they have possession? Does he have possession? So should he get a fair play?
Yeah, good question.
What would you say?
Well,
I mean, if they call a foul, he still had possession.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. In theory, yes.
So, not in the rules,
No.
but just maybe scratch your head a little bit. But they're going to win it back here, and I like that. Karma is always in there. Taking
Always.
care of business, and here we go. 40 seconds.
Porotto. Would be great if they could get within 2 of Pilot's 10. So far, this has very much been the chukker for the Falcons. 2-0 in this 5th chukker. And I think we're in for a treat here, Dale, in chukker number 6 when they come back out in a moment.
Yeah, Porotto has control here. And it just kind of skips off. And, I was wondering, because Mia definitely gets, they calling her. I guess they're going to say she was not getting out of there in time. But, man, I thought Mia took the most direct route out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, bad luck that she, but and they're going to go that way. We'll see if they challenge one. Now, do you use it or not? I mean, risk-reward matrix, you're giving up a 5A. But the way these guys have been hitting it, but, it could also on the field. Remember, we have the luxury of the center cam, the drone, the this and that. Maybe on the field it looked like she was there, the blocking, but they're going to go with it, and they're going to save their challenge. So I can't go against them here. You're going to probably need it here in this last chukker, Jan, with such a close game.
Yes, indeed.
Control. Maltese.
And possession, very important now here for the Falcons. The last 15 seconds left to play here in chukker number 5. Paquito de Narvaez, can he pick up a hat-trick here in chukker number 5 and bring the Falcons within 2 on the near side? A little bit unlucky. And Mia was a bit too far away. Facundo Pierres got there just before, and that will bring us to the end.
You would have had the buzzer beater, too.
Yep.
You'd been all right. Remember the buzzer beater in play. All right. We'll be back. Let's take a break.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen, playing with these great people, amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses, and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends. I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, there's a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo. So.
All right, welcome back, everybody, for our sixth and final Chukker. What a game this has been.
Roller coaster?
Yo-yo.
Yeah, okay, yo-yo.
More like a yo-yo, this one.
Yeah.
Roller coaster more spread out like that, but this one, a yo-yo. And it's going this and that. Man, both teams is fired. This is a 3-goal difference now. Here we go.
Nicely taken out of the air there by Antonio Heggie. As that'll be picked up by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Couldn't control it. Facundo Pierres. As you said, it's a 3-goal game. Paquito just doing enough to get a touch to secure possession once again for the Falcons. Now then, it'll be a case of all hands on deck and everybody to their stations. Paquito, so unlucky at the end of that last Chukker not to pick up his hat trick and bring his team within 2. Alejandro Navijo Estrada.
Oh, bad luck there for Cam. And a good getting another look from the Maltese Falcons. Perotto doing a ton and then leaving the ball for Paquito. And then Paquito giving it back to Alejandro. And then right there you can see Cam was trying to clear out, but his horse kicked the ball. So you will get an open goal here. And opportunity to get within 2 goals. Yeah.
Huge opportunity.
It should be a penalty 2. As the sun sets here, beautiful Wellington, Florida. 2 unanswered goals, yeah.
Yeah.
1 second Chukker. Paquito, no problem. Second Chukkers, Maltese Falcons. There were 3 unanswered goals by Pilot. Now the switcheroo. And the fifth Chukker, 2 unanswered goals for Maltese Falcons. Pilot. And here we go. 2-goal difference. 6 minutes by the time we get the next ball in. And, wow.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. I mean, both teams, man, this is going to be fun all the way down the end. Possessions are big.
And the Falcons have exactly done that, Dale. They've got possession, but they're being pushed into their own half. Antonio, steals it. Heggie. Bouncing ball, Mia Cambiasso too far away. In comes the number 1. Campbell, it's gonna go through.
Well done. Congratulations, Cam. Nice shot. Definitely went to shoot that ball. Antonio popped it in the air. Mia had no play. And Camp was just laying it up. Another layup shot. How many balls have we seen Pilot score that rolled 3, 4, 5 yards past the goal line?
Yeah.
You know, not going 10, 20 yards. I mean, they're just laying them up, and they're running. Nice shot there by Camp.
Yeah, indeed. So, 11 goals to 8. And they need to come up with a quick answer here. The Visuals trying to play it around the outside of Pierres in the hope that Cambiasso might just get a piece of it. The ball just did not have enough pace or angle. And as you said, Dale, it'll be about possession, running and owning the ball. Paquito. Yeah, doesn't want to get his pocket picked. Not by Facundo at this stage of the game. Mia Cambiasso. Nicely done. Turned around by Paquito. A little chip shot. Looking for Porotto. He's found him. Porotto just holding back a little bit. In comes Pierres. Now a nice, long, deep shot in front of goal. Mia Cambiasso.
Ooh. That's the Cambiasso connection. Nice pass. Nice attempt. Facu getting them fired up.
Yeah.
Telling them, come on, man. Dale, vamos. I feel you. I feel him too. I agree. You know, we're going to get a courtesy change here. Hold on tight. Everybody's coming on back on fresh legs with 4:16 left. So an early courtesy change. You probably or you might see another change, but it's going to be on their own.
Yep.
So get the courtesy change here, but with 4:16 in this game, that 3-goal difference, could see a rotation here. Oh. Start out 3-3 with 2 goals given to Maltese Falcons on handicap. And I got to give it up. Very well done in the second half. They've given up a couple. No, they haven't given them anything. They haven't given them any goal shot penalties.
No, they haven't.
Very well done by the Maltese Falcons.
Yep.
Because, like I said, the first half they had the 4 or 5, but they cleaned that up real quick. Well done.
They did.
I will have to look at the numbers at the end to see about the but definitely getting more shots on goal than they did in the first half. And that's right where you want to be. You know, they just did everything that they needed to fix. They fixed it. So good shooting again. Camp coming in strong. Both teams using the technology very well. The challenges at a grade high level challenges today. All right, on the knock in, Facundo
finds Merlos. And Merlos will run it as far as he can, as long as he possibly can. Heggie. Oh, nicely done over the back of his shoulder there, just controlling that ball. And once again, they get into Falcons territory over on the far side. Santos, Merlos. Merlos for the finish. It's going to be in a tricky angle. Unlucky.
Yeah, but the clock goes tick, tick, tick. Now, I'm probably going a quick knock in here. Yeah, Proto. He's not going to waste any time.
Well, he hasn't got any time to waste. Sends it out to the right. Could have probably run this one himself. Paquito tucks in nicely behind him. He's got Alejandro on the rotation up at the front door. Still Porotto. Still Cambiasso. Now Mia coming in. Yeah, loose ball. Mia will leave it for Paquito. Paquito out to the right-hand side. Once again into a position to open those shoulders. Still Paquito. Oh, well done. The 5-goaler. Just weaving his way through those Pilot defenders. Left behind now for Alejandro. Can he open those shoulders? Can he get a shot off?
Oh, nice attempt getting it down in there. Everybody. Great on the control play by Paquito and just very, but you see the switch? Everybody, not everybody, but 2 of the 4 definitely changed.
So another attack here coming from Pilot over to Merlos. Gives it back to Pierres. Facundo Pierres with a little cut shot there. And that's a nice ball up for Antonio Heggie. Paquito will come in and challenge him. Still Heggie, they're on the boards. Mia now wanting a piece of it as well. Paquito leaves it for Porotto. Under 2 minutes left to play. 3 goals in it. They really need to be quick now, need to get their skates on. Porotto just holding fire, waiting for all of his attackers to go over that halfway line. Leaves it now for Alejandro. Monster shot up to the front door, slightly too far to the left for Paquito. He will chase it. Turns, eyeing up that goal mouth. Again, Pierres. Paquito leaves it. Alejandro will take it. And you just wonder, why isn't he shooting?
Yeah, well, remember, they'd say it, but the clock goes tick, 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 and this is wasting time, you know. I mean, you know, you're down by 3, so you got to shoot the ball here. Go for it, man. You're trying to get a foul out of it. Remember, if you leave a ball and ride away from it, you know they're not gonna give you it. We're watching the way the second man moves also.
Yeah.
And so they'll get the penalty too. That's going to help a lot. They're going to get the open goal if I think he got on a reaching call.
Yeah.
And but they do have a challenge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if Facundo doesn't use it. You know, with 1:17 left, and he might save. And also, remember, Jan, perfect time if he uses the challenge here to change. They're right down there on their side.
Yes.
So hey, everybody can change horses. Look, if Facundo's even going to go change horses.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Managing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Lost a challenge, but gained a ton. Got everybody on fresh horses. Took a drink of water. I mean, really, well done. I mean, it's a great challenge. Win or lose it.
Strategy.
Great strategy. And I mean, even it works in favor of Maltese Falcons too, because even though they're on the other end of the field, they have still a chance to change and get organized. Good shooting. Paquito's been 100% today from the penalty line.
That's his 4th goal of the match. So 9 goals to 11, 11 goals to 9. However you want to look at it, it's 2 goals separating these two teams. Remember, both with a 1-0 coming into this their second match, and both very keen to keep that slate clean and make it 2-0. One of these teams will do exactly that.
Any possession here and a foul, and I'm sure a pilot is thinking don't foul. Oh, Proto, when he hits one from there, he can tie it. Pinged up by Antonio, and you're going to click down to your 30-second warning.
Yep, again, Pierres just wants to clear it. Yeah, no white shirt in sight. Campbell will clear it and take it. Oh, hang on, if that goes out of bounds, we might.
Still doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to count the 8 seconds out.
Yeah.
Chip should be happy. And Camp playing very well. Filling in today for Curtis. But again, this ball changed of possession, and Perotta's probably going to fire this ball. But again, that took 10 seconds, 12 seconds, because by the time they counted out, Mia, and that'll click it down. So congratulations to Pilot. Holding on, but great second half.
Indeed.
By the Maltese Falcons. They definitely cleaned up everything. We're going to see it here on our final stats, and that's a huge part, as they won their first game. The Maltese Falcons, so still in the mix. And here you go. 11-9. There you go. Look at that. Shots on goal. Look at that. Evened it up.
Yeah. Wow.
They even look at it. But then the knock-ins. See the misses.
Yeah.
5 misses on the 10 knock-ins. That's the biggest part right there. Fouls committed 10. They cleaned it up second half. So, but that's shots on goal. Just missed some goals in second half. We have different scores. So, any final words?
I thought it was a cracking game of polo, as to be expected. I think well done, Maltese Falcons. A lot that they can take away from this game after they didn't get off to the better start in that first half. But you've got to give it up to Pilot. They did a great job. And I thought it was also a very clean game.
Very much so. For Jan Eric Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.